Hi guys, my name's Marcella and I'm an animal science major from the class of 2018.
Hi, my name's Connor and I'm also an animal science major from the class of 2018. And today we're going to be working with you on chapter 6.2, problem 16. Which of these transitions corresponds to absorption and which to emission of radiation, or energy in general? Illustrate each transition on the energy level diagram. A, n equals 2 to n equals 4. B, n equals 3 to n equals 1. C, n equals 5 to n equals 2. And D, n equals 3 to n equals 4.
Today we are working with what it means when an electron absorbs and emits light and the implications it has on the electron location. In order to be able to effectively answer this question, we need to be able to understand the way an electron works.
Electrons always like to be in the lowest energy level possible, unless it is somehow able to absorb energy. In this case, the energy will be in the form of light.
When an electron is able to absorb certain amounts of light, it can effectively jump from an orbital that is lower in energy to an orbital that is higher in energy.
Another important thing to note is what emission and absorption mean. For the purpose of this problem, we're going to go by emission is the release of energy in the form of light, and absorption is the opposite, taking in energy in the form of light.
We already talked about what happens when an electron absorbs light. Now we need to talk about what happens when an electron emits light.
When an electron absorbs light, it can't hold on to that energy forever, which is why it is emitted in the form of the visible spectrum.
When light is emitted, an electron loses energy and thus moves down in energy and consequently moves to a lower energy level.
So for the first part of this question, we would expect an electron to absorb light to go from n equals 2 to n equals 4, since n equals 4 is higher in energy because it's farther away from the nucleus.
Conversely, we would expect an electron to emit light when it goes from n equals 3 to n equals 1, since an electron is losing energy and returning to the ground state.
Similar to this, we would expect emission of energy when an electron travels from n equals 5 to n equals 2, since the electron is going from a higher energy level to that of a lower energy. However, when the electron goes from n equals 3 to n equals 4, it has to absorb light in order to make that jump to the next energy level.
After thinking about this conceptually, we can effectively answer this question by just applying logic to the situation.
Exactly. If an electron is going to climb in energy, it has to somehow absorb energy. It can't just happen spontaneously.